Hi everyone, my name is Brian Lee. I come from Hebei, China. I'm a rising senior doing honors in economics with a minor in global and urban education studies. I will be a resident assistant for the next academic year, and I will also be a student coordinator at International Student Center. Here's my story. The first part I have is about finding a balance. So I mean, college is for exploring and finding balance between a lot of stuff. For example, finding balance between your social life and your healthy lifestyle and your academic and even your professional development. But one thing I found really important and interesting to me as someone coming from an international background was that how do I find balance between meeting friends and mingling with friends from a similar cultural background versus meeting friends from probably a different culture, a culture I have not experienced with. Put in my case, it is about me finding a balance between meeting with my Chinese students with whom I share the similar interest, cultural background, even like our taste in food, versus meeting students from diverse cultural backgrounds, being challenged, being exposed to new things and new ideas. So I remember my freshman year when I was living in Goddard, I was in the stream called Global New York. So I got to meet a lot of different people, and we had a lot of discussions around food, culture, even social justice. Which leads to my second part of my story, which is identity exploration. Who am I? Okay, I have never been to US before, and my first day of Welcome Week was literally my third day on my first US trip ever. So I was, of course, amazed. I was still like trying to struggle with my 12-hour jet lag. I was so excited, but like the excitement faded as like school started. I was like, oh my god, I have so many classes which are like amazing but still stressful, especially for me as English as a second language. Anyways, but like I had a period of like self-denial, thinking about like, if NYU admit me by mistake, do I actually belong here? And just put in simple ways, like who am I within this like overwhelming city? Like, so this was the part of the time when I was thinking about and like even questioning like myself and relating to my international identity. So I come from China and my last name is Lee. It's a very common and like widely used Chinese last name. It's spelled as L-I. But a lot of the times when I introduce my last name to others, people will assume it was L-E-E because they share the similar sound. So there was a period of time when I know it sounds ridiculous now, but I was updating my Facebook profile to make my last name L-E-E. I kind of like invented myself like a preferred last name, not because I preferred it, but this is what I thought others would wanted me to be. So for a while I was Brian with L-E-E, and of course I made it back, and I kind of learned through that experience was that sometimes we do have preferred names and sometimes we stick onto our legal name, and none of them matter. What matters the most is that if you are being brave to yourself, if you're appreciating yourself. So now I have completely abandoned L-E-E and I'm happily going back to my L-I as my last name, and I'm really proud of that. So yeah, this is the second part, identity. And the third part is about, I call it changing and making, because I remember from 2016, like 2 years ago, when I was going to my presidential welcome, Sean Abbott, he said, "You're not here to watch, but to change and to make." Yeah, I was inspired. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna do something great. And then I started the questioning, the denials, but luckily I think I found my path, which is like International Student Center. I currently work in International Student Center. I'm really proud of and passionate about all the stuff we do. So basically it is an opportunity for me to get back to my community. Me being an international is something I'm always so proud of, and I think we have so much to share and contribute to this diverse institution. The next one is culture exchange. So sometimes I feel like I think about diversity. So for example, in China, I don't think I have been exposed to much about like thinking about diversity, what it means, but exchange means like each and every culture is valued equally and each and every person is valued equally. So diversity is, to me, as much about learning from others is as much about appreciating yourself and valuing yourself. The last one is about sharing. So as I mentioned earlier, I will be a resident assistant for the next academic year, and I'm very honored to be College of Arts and Science Dean's Welcome Student Speaker 2018. So you see me on August 29th or 30th. Before you embark on your service trip at 8 a.m. in the morning, I'll be delivering a speech. I'm so excited for that. But yeah, at the end of the day, I just felt really proud and honored that I could become who I am today, because 2 years ago, I never actually thought I would do any of these. So there's just infinite possibilities in you, and I believe that here at this institution, there are so many amazing people and resources who are there to help you and support you. So yeah, this comes to my sharing part, which is also what I'm doing at the moment. I hope you enjoy my story, and I hope you have a great academic year. That is my story. Your adventure awaits, and it starts now.